Greetings, wonderful people. Thank you for being with us again today. Thank you, and we appreciate your presence. Yes, we're so grateful for you. So grateful to you, in other words. You know what I mean? So now, we'd like to continue our talk about cheating. Yes, love and betrayal. Because it seems like we are betraying each other so much today. It's like it's becoming common. It's so widespread today that when you get married or in a relationship, within a year or two or a few years, it seems like so many bailing out, going out left field, taking on the side placing person that we don't know if you're going, coming, or barking at the moon. So why are so many people cheating on each other? Why are we disobeying the law or the rules or the promises that were made with each other? Why are we going to that place to say that I don't want to cheat, but something happened? And we want to know what happened. We want to know what's going down that caused you or caused me to go outside the relationship, to cheat on my spouse, to cheat on my lover, to cheat on the one that I have committed to. But first, we have to understand the principles of relationship, the principles of love, the principles of marriage. And usually it's because we say we love each other. We say that we have that love. Do we really know love? Do we really understand love? Do we really know the principles of love? So when we get to know these things, and then we, in connection with each other, then we can apply the love that we know. Because too many times we say that we love each other and then hurt each other. And that's what betrayal does. It will hurt you and hurt the situation. Now, what happened is that we find out that when they have divorces, separation, abstinence from when you get married, you don't have anything else to do with your spouse again. So things are happening. And we want to look at these things that happen. And most of the time, we say the number one reason of divorces, the number one reason, not say the number one, but up there in the top number ones, okay? Reasons why they get a divorce or get a separation is because of communication. And not just the communication of talking, which is so needed today, but the communication in our behaviors, the communication in our body language, the communication that we don't tell each other what's wrong or what our desires are, or what is needed or what is missing, or what's going on wrong with us, or why we don't feel comfortable or we don't feel at ease with the situation. And one of the things that we come up with is that so many people are bailing out. And this is up under our nose. We know this, but we don't want to put a finger on it. We don't want to talk about it. We see it, we feel it, we know it, but it's so private. But we say everything else in private. We say everything else about what happened, what we're doing, how we're doing it, who we're doing it to, who we're doing it with, and how it's done. But yet and still, when we come to this one thing, we are closed mouth on it. And that is, we're not being satisfied. We're not being satisfied. And we have to go back into history about this thing called satisfied. All right? So, when the Creator made man, he said it's not good for man to be alone. But the man was out there, he named everything, all of the animals, fish, everything. He named it. And then he was watching these animals do their thing. Well, naturally, man gets a little stimulated, hormones, everything, like, whoa, what's going on here, right? But he can't touch these things because it's out of his league, it's out of his character. So God saw that man had a feeling, and man had a reaction. God knew this all along, but he was just waiting on the right time. So God made him a helper, a helpmate, however you want to put it, a helper. And a helper, not just say, help me out there in the fields, help me around the house. A helper is to help me to overcome certain situations. And that's where he made the woman so special. He didn't just say, well, I'm going to make a cow, or make a horse, I'm going to make this, that, and the other, an elephant, a lion, all that stuff. And then, like, okay, go about your business. No, he made this woman special from the man. He carved her, created, he molded, he did something that was so wonderful. And he brought her to him, and he got excited. And that's what God wanted. God wanted this man to get excited so that the same thing that he saw the animals do, his excitement was professed and pronounced there, right there with the woman. And that's why he made the woman with so many nerve cells, nerve endings. You could touch a woman just about from her head to her toe, and they call it, she got turned on. She can get turned on if you know what and how to do it. But in a man, hey, you could beat him up, beat him down. Very few places that you could just say touch him, rub on him, massage him, or however you want to do it, he will respond. But a woman, she can respond just about any place on her body. And that's what God did. He's a God of details. He got a detail. So therefore, when he made this woman to bring her to Adam, now Adam said, I call you Eve. All right, you woman, bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. He was excited about her because she made him excited. And this is why when the man fell in the garden, God pronounced judgment on them. And he told the woman, okay, you're going to have pains in your childbirth. He also got on the serpent, right? From now on, you'll be crawling on your belly. So now, he told the man that he have to go out there and work for a living now. Oh, wait, if you don't work, you don't eat, okay? But anyway, he told the woman, your desires would be that of your husband. For your husband. Your desires would be for your husband. Now, meaning and translated is that a woman was made to have a desire, a certain desire. And that desire has to be fulfilled. And if when God gave man that privilege, gave man that unction, gave man the fortitude and the strength to fulfill that desire for this woman, you know what I mean? She wants him now. And it hasn't changed up to today. She wants to be pleased. She wants to be sensualized. So that thing is what a woman talk about today now that, well, I can do without a man. Yeah, but what's going on? Now, her toys, her personal doings, and she going into homosexuality to get satisfied, to get pleased. A woman wants to be pleased, period. And this is why men are leaving women stranded, unsatisfied in that position, in that place, whereas he is supposed to be satisfying her to the ends. Now, she there to help him through his trials and tribulations, his things, his situations, his hormones. Now he must in turn complete her, satisfy her, because now, when he is not satisfied her, when a man leaves a woman stranded and unsatisfied, he has dishonored, he has now put her in that position of being frustrated, aggravated, and also he has now betrayed her, because this is a promise that God gave. But plus the fact he also had disrespected the woman that he left hanging, he left stranded out there. She's not satisfied because he make a joke or make a miss or make a situation say, well, I got mine, you get yours the best way you can, and now she have to go get an item, an object, a substitute for his misdoing and misuse. So therefore, she either go out and cheat, or she'll go and take care of her own personal satisfaction in other ways and other means. So therefore, the number one thing that separates causes for the divorces is because she's not satisfied. She's not happy. She's not happy at all. She's left stranded too many times. Next thing you know, she said, I don't want to be bothered with you. And they either have a relationship as a house for financial beings or for the family being, for the raise of children, but she is left stranded. She is left. And what makes it so bad, so sad, that a large percentage of women today have not experienced a climax. And that is so sad, because this is one of the things that's supposed to be. A woman is built to have a climax. She was built to be satisfied. She's built to be pleased. If she's not pleased, she's aggravated and agitated. In the old days, when they had wars and they had to go out for battles and stuff, and many men didn't come back, she was left there stranded. And I'm quite sure she needed to be pleased. So therefore, she had to suffer. And that was a part of the suffering that women did back in those days. Because she had to suffer alone. Longing for her husband, longing for her man. And that's why when God said, your desire would be for your husband. She wanted a husband. She wanted her man back with her. But it didn't happen. So therefore today, she can have her man, but her man is not there to help her in that certain way, that way. So we're just here to encourage, to motivate, and to help a person to understand and to know this is a policy. This is a position. This is a must. And not only says a must, because when you disrespect the woman by leaving her stranded, leaving her unsatisfied, you also disrespected the Creator that made her in such a way whereas He wants her to be satisfied, because God ain't no joke. God is not making a woman to be out there just to be a toy, to lay down there, to create a baby and go on about her business, and she's left there with all of those feelings. How can she truly love her child? How can she truly love her husband if she left stranded and unsatisfied? And this is why today we want to talk about these things and talk about other things that will go along with why we are cheating on each other. Because either he's not satisfied or she's not satisfied, or both of them in the wrong place or the wrong position, not satisfied each other or not being satisfied. And we get into other points about that too. Because one of the things that can come about when a woman's not satisfied, she will go out and find someone else, or either she will resort to a toy or to her own personal method of satisfaction. So with that in mind, wonderful people, thank you for being with us today. Read the book, Love and Betrayal by Michael Jones. Thank you. Be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. Bye now.